What's good, YouTube? This is Travis with Virginia Highlands Outdoors, and I'm going to bring you a new series called the Southwest Virginia Trout Trail, where I go around and fish the local streams in my area. Now there are several streams, so I'm going to try and cover as many as possible. And on this first episode, I'm bringing you Tennessee Laurel, which is outside of Damascus, Virginia, just past the Appalachian Trail. It's a beautiful area, and it's stocked. So these trout that we catch are actually going to be eaten. They're going on my plate, and I'm going to enjoy them because brown trout are awesome. Now this was December 5th, 2016. It was early in the morning. I was trying to hit up and catch a couple of fish before work. And unfortunately the bite was real light. As you'll see coming up in the video, there's a lot of swipes and a lot of misses. They just weren't hitting as hard as I would have liked. I could have limited out real quick, but that's just the way it goes, and that's what makes it fun. You just you never know when they're actually going to get it, or when they're going to miss. So you just keep trying. I'm using a Joe's Fly inline spinner, and it's got good trebles on it, so I'm not for sure if they're where they're stock trout and they're missing their front fins where they've been in the holding tanks, and they've been rubbed off. If they're swimming is not as good as a wild trout with fins, or if their aim is off, or what the deal was. But I was having some trouble landing one, but it's just the way it goes. When I'm trout fishing, I like to check each current break, each eddy, each swift jack, anything that has a difference where the trout can lay on the edge and ambush prey as it comes down the current, or the falls, the small waterfalls, the small water drops. All of these are places you need to check when trout fishing. It doesn't matter if you're using a spinner, salmon eggs, whatever. Just check everything. Be methodical and be patient and calculate your cast. Look at the water surface and determine, is that a good place where a fish might stage to ambush something coming down the stream. And that's what I look for, and that's what I aim after. Now when trout fishing, it's you can fish upstream or downstream, but you will have better luck fishing upstream from a downstream position, because if you're fishing downstream, a lot of times, especially if you're wading, you're going to produce sediment that's going to travel down the stream. A lot of the fish are going to get out of the way temporarily, so you're going to alert them to your presence. So I've always found it better if you work your way from the downstream position upwards. And by working upstream, I was able to get behind this really big boulder here, and it was the perfect cover. That's one thing with trout. They're very skittish. They're a smart fish. If they see something out of the ordinary, they're going to, key in on it, and you're not going to slip by them by stomping up the stream. You have to be really, really stealthy. And as you can see, this position, I'm in behind cover, and these fish, I just don't know what the deal is, but one right after another just miss. Now it was awesome because it was basically not exactly eye level, but a little bit below my vantage point, and it was a really cool experience. I could see them following it a lot better than you can see it in the video, but even though I missed a bunch of these, it was a really cool experience, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Now, if I was able to get a hook set in every fish that missed, I would have caught my limit in like 5 minutes from this hole, if that. I mean, they were on fire, but they were just they were missing. And like I said, that's a new treble hook. It's as sharp as can be. So I even slowed it down, where they could kind of catch up to it and get a better strike. But it wasn't helping. Now I do land some fish here, and here's one. He's probably about 10 inch, somewhere around there. Not the biggest fish, but it's a meal for me. And like I said, I like brown trout, and these are stock fish. And one thing you need to do is put the fish out of its misery. It may seem cruel, but trust me, it's a lot more cruel if you leave it laying on the bank flopping or on a stringer alive to slowly die. Just go ahead, man up, get it over with, and you're there to harvest a stock trout to eat. So don't feel bad about it. Do what you got to do. Be a man, take care of it, do it right, and you'll be rewarded. Don't go out just to catch every stock trout to kill it. Only take what you're going to eat, because these fish still produce eggs and spawn in the stream, which honestly I didn't realize it until I caught this male. Now the first fish was a female, and I just caught her and put her out of her misery and set her aside. But I noticed the male had semen coming out of it, so I was like, oh no, they're spawning. These stock trout are spawning. So what I do, this is, and I'm not sure if it's even going to work, but I get all the eggs out of the female in somewhat of a staged bedding area, and then I introduce the male semen and hopefully try and produce some more wild trout for this stream. It may not work, but if it may, so you never know without trying. So at least the effort was put in to try and bring some more trout back to the stream. And this was actually another day right here. After I found out they were spawning, I stopped fishing. Even though they're stock trout, I'll give them a few weeks, let them do their thing. I got 2 for the dinner plate, and that's enough for me for now. And I'll go back and get some more once they're done spawning. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this look at Tennessee Laurel outside of Damascus, Virginia. Like I said, this will be a series where I hit up multiple streams in Southwest Virginia. There's bukus of them, so I'm going to hit as many as I can and try and catch as many fish as I can. And hopefully we'll get some good footage for you here in the future. So until the next episode, please like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what you guys think, what you want to see, maybe different types of lures that you want me to use. Just let me know, and I'll go out there and I'll give it a shot. Well, until then, tight lines, guys.